There's some big trouble down here because Ronnie's got the runner on already. They haven't even bounced the ball for the start of the game.
I tell you what, if there's a rotation in the first 2 minutes, I will be sick. I'm very much over. All right, we're away. Anakie under Wilson gets the tap out early doors. Kick to Anakie. Wilson ends up roving and then clearing his own ball. Goes down into the forward line, half forward flank for Anakie. Handball in ball to Berg. Berg snaps in, heading up forward, looking for Sluggett. Sluggett juggles it. He can't quite get it off hands, and it will run out of bounds there by Anakie as the ball is thrown in. Very flat throw. Sluggett rows that. Ball comes out. Costello tries to snap. He can't get it, but the ball is cleared out through the hands of Taylor. Kane Taylor, I think it was, goes out to the far side of the ground. And now someone out there, is that Jeremy Sluggett wearing 88?
Yes, it is.
That is a heavy number to carry. Ball off hands, clears to Bannockburn. Bannockburn will clear into their attacking zone. And a big mark there up
from behind, son.
You've got a punch from behind. Big mark up there forward to Anakie, to Matt Tyquin, who's made his efforts felt early. He kicks into attack. Anakie off hands. Ball comes, tackles. It stacks on. Big tackle wrapped up. Can't get. Allen gets a handball out. A snap kick there, and that is a great snap kick off the pack. And that looked like Alistair Woods to me. He's had a haircut. He's going to be hard to pick up centre. So Anakie didn't take their chances when they went forward the first time. So one forward entry each. They fly again. Wilson again gets the tap. He's going to be very hard to beat, the tall man. Comes off hands to Taylor again, I think it was. Goes forward to the Anakie end. Picked up by Slavillo. He gets a handball out, but Bannockburn intercept. Comes forward through Illingworth. Illingworth gets the kick forward, going back into attack. Tyquin leading in the race to the ball, but cut off by Anakie. Comes back in towards the centre of the ground, and Berg takes the ball. Berg handballs out to the outer side. He goes out via Bowman, I think it was, to the wing. But a mark to, looks like, is that Alistair Nicholson out there? Is he playing in this game? It looks like his bald cranium. Ball goes forward, and Matt Tyquin will take the ball for Bannockburn on the half-forward flank. The lead is on from Anakie, but Wilson drops back into the hole. For Anakie, he gets the kick and goes out to the outer side, back out to the outer side of the ground, which is the way it came. Carter couldn't get the ball. Ball comes back into the Anakie forward line. Tackle on from Anakie. He can't get rid of the ball. Allen picks up the ball. He shrugs off one, shrugs off two, lines up the centre looking for Eddie and kicks him. Stitches Anakie up. That was a great move by Michael Allen. He's picked the ball up and he is given off to his co-forward in Anakie, who will line up about 30 metres out directly in front at the netball courts of the end here at Vic Park.
You talked about the potency before the game, but with potency you've got to have cohesion, and that was selfless, that very beautiful selfless play there.
So Eddie from 30 metres out, a flat punt, but it will be good enough. And Anakie are going to be 2-goal deficit now as by Cole will throw the ball up this time. The ball goes up. Wilson again gets the tap down. And that was Aaron Broom coming through. Aaron Broom's cut all his hair off too. Yes. He looks like Alistair today. So goes to ground off hands. And Davis, it was Michael Hammond with the ball. Hammond will get the free kick in the ruck, and Hammond has the ball centre of the ground for Bannockburn. He drives forward. He is looking for Allen. Allen flies. He can't get the ball, but he wrestles to the ground. Good tackle by Anakie, brings him to the ground, doesn't give him any opportunity. Oh, the umpire says, what did he? Yes, you held the ball in, you pulled it back in, and that will be a free kick to Allen, and he better give the ball back.
Be lucky not to get 50.
He was lucky not to get 50 there, so the ball is in the hands of the Anakie player in Collins. It was Corey Collins, former interleague player. He goes to Berg out on the half-back flank. Going up now the wing to Anakie. Ball goes off hands. Ball moving into the centre-half forward position. Sluggett flies. He can't get hold of the ball. Roved by the Bannockburn players. They get the ball out, heading back up towards the wing. He's looking off hands. Real good solid bump. Chamberlain knocked off his feet. He can't get to the ball. Picked up by Woods. Woods handball. Comes back to Woods as he leads around the boundary, going deep into the pocket, looking for Eddie, and Eddie will take a strong mark right in front of the social club at the Bannockburn end of the ground. He goes in quickly. Umpire, there's a whistle on play.
By their whistles.
So it was a bad kick by Aaron Eddie that went out on the full. Wilson will bring the ball back in. He kicks a short kick across the back, I think, to Corey Collins. So Collins has the ball. He will go back to Wilson. So they're going to play kick to kick. Nice little training drill back into the pocket. He's going to go back to Collins. So we're not getting really anywhere here for the Anakie boys. Now they try and drive out, but it was a horrible kick out. He was looking for Lazarick, but Lazarick couldn't take the ball. It goes out wide now. Broom flies. He can't take the mark on the outer wing. Ball's picked up by, that looked like Ho to me, I think it might have been. And then comes back forward, but McMurray gets in the way for Anakie. He gets the ball away. Anakie now kick into attack. Go forward looking for Perchek. Perchek can't get hold of it. Comes forward to Priddle. Priddle off hands, and the ball will run out on the outer wing for the just forward of the Anakie centre line. So the ball, Wilson comes over. He is a very tall unit. However, I think Hammond or Chamberlain might have got the tap then. Ball comes to ground on the Anakie half-forward line, but cleared back towards the wing now by Bannockburn. Priddle again leading in the race for the ball. He gets around one, around two. He centres the ball, but Broom intercepts beautifully. The kick was a little bit wayward, not quite strong enough, and Broom will get the ball on the centre of the ground. He'll come out to the broadcast side of the ground. Woods picks the ball up. He goes back into Dillon. Ross Dillon, co-coach. He goes forward looking for Allen. Allen off hands. That comes to Matt Tyquin. He shoots and is offline. Himself, but we'll keep going. We'll see how it goes in the first quarter as the ball comes in. And that was Hammond that flew and got the tap down for Bannockburn. It comes off hands. Ball coming forward to Savino again. Slavino from Anakie. He looks for Sluggett. No, it's Sluggett. Sorry, who was that? That's Steve Ricketts.
It's Ricketts, yeah.
Ricketts, I think there's been a few haircuts going on in this competition because I can't recognise Steve either. The ones that I know I can't recognise. I'm in all sorts of trouble. Steve Rickett is about 10 metres out from goal, directly in front, and this should put Anakie's first score on the board, and indeed it does. That was a good entry.
Did you know I'd never have a crack
Oh,
at
of course you wouldn't. As the ball comes up, Wilson goes off hands, but it gets to Hammond. Hammond taps it on. Comes to the hands of Priddle. He can't get the ball free for Anakie. Stacks on. I would say the umpire will say, I will have that, thank you very much. And we will ball the ball up once again here just off the centre of the ground. So, ball thrown up again on this very firm Bannockburn surface. Wilson gets the tap out, but Bannockburn have worked out very quickly that he's the man to rove to, I think. Ball comes down and a mark to, is that Tyquin? No, that would be... Can't pick
Illingworth.
Illingworth, is it? So Illingworth ticked the ball forward. Woods at Bannockburn. So the ball comes back into play. Eddie will do the ruck work for Bannockburn. He will knock it back to their advantage. Ball comes in, ball comes to Woods, but he will be... was very well rated, I think, early doors in his Falcons days. Yeah. So tap out from Hammond comes to Woods. Woods goes forward looking for Steve Ricketts. Was it? No. Steve Ricketts, I'm sorry, intercepted the ball. Comes forward, kicked off the ground. And that'll be Kettle. Kettle will pick up the ball. He handballs. Comes out to Wilson. Wilson now kicks the ball forward. But floating back there will be Lee Perkins. Great spoil, though, over the top by Costello. Costello, though, picked up the ball and goes back to the centre-half forward position, and Hammond has the ball for... Tyquin. Was that Tyquin had the ball? They're very much alike too. Great kick in forward at centre-half forward, and Eddie has...
No, he's going to kick 10.
He is indeed. So 50 metres out is Aaron Eddie directly in front. It's a good kick, but well within his range as he comes in now. Puts the ball on the boot. He's pulled that slightly, and that will be a minor score to Aaron Eddie.
Close to the man on the mark, which made him pull the kick to the left.
So, Anakie to bring the ball back in. A long kick goes straight up the middle of the ground. Good 60-metre kick to the ruckman in Wilson. Wilson goes wide. He's going to go far to the outer side of the ground. He was looking for Hayes. Hayes can't get... he didn't have the ball, umpire. And the umpire says, that's right, Andrew, he didn't have the ball. And that will be a free kick to Kane Hayes on the outer wing. He sillily plays on, though.
Advantage, yeah.
Yeah, plays on, stepped off the mark and was paid advantage. So... the umpire has said play on, and it's turned into a scrum as a result. Ball comes to Ladgrove. Ladgrove gets smothered off his boot. Then ball comes out to Tyquin again. He is getting a lot of touches in this game. Tyquin knocks the ball forward. It's on the half-forward flank outer side of the ground, and it's a bit of a scrum, and it will be taken out of bounds on the Anakie's advantage. So 12 minutes gone in the first quarter here at Vic Park. Ball comes back into play. Sluggett v Hammond. Comes off hands. Christian Shaw gets the ball. He gets the ball away now, and that comes to, it looked like might have been Illingworth again. Woods leading for the race for the ball. He turns out, Brad Watts, will lead for the race for the ball. Ball comes out to Broom. Broom on the wing has been called to play on, and he gets around. Can he get around him? Yes, he does. He gets around McMurray Broom and then delivers the ball deep into the pocket looking for Allen. Allen pats the ball to his advantage, takes it round the wing and pats it again, but it will do well then. So we'll have Wilson v Allen. Allen will get the tap over the top, head back towards the boundary line. Eddie picks up the ball. He tries to snap to advantage. Has he brought it round enough? He has. No, he hasn't. It will bounce on the full. So ball comes back in. Wilson to advantage again. Ball comes down to a scrum, comes off hands, heading out towards the broadcast side wing. Leading for the race to ball, 3 Anakie players there, led by Watts. Watts picks the ball up. He handballs back into Illingworth. Illingworth centres the ball, looking for Allen. Was it? Too big he was. Tyquin again. He's a fair size too, isn't he? He's very mobile, but isn't it? He is 30 metres out. Oh, probably only 20 metres out, actually. 45-degree angle and took no time at all and really should have taken more tuck on the Commonafine Hotel scoreboard.
On the serious side, his dad probably will have a talking about that because I don't think I've ever seen a better kick of football than his father.
Yeah, he was a leading goal kicker in this district, wasn't he? No doubt about that. So Parsons has brought the ball back in. That's worked around the wing to Carter. Carter kicks the ball up. He was leading, and I think it was Stephen Ricketts led in the race for the ball half-forward flank, but a host of Bannockburn players around. Real fast free-flowing game. There's a tongue twister. Ball comes out to Carter again. Carter gets off hands. Ball smothered. Goes to Bannockburn's advantage, but that will be out of bounds on the half-forward flank on the outer side.
I reckon he's paid a free kick here.
He's plucked that one out, has he?
Yeah, I reckon he's paid a free kick for a sling tackle. There you go.
Okay, there you go. So ball's going to be chipped back in to Sluggett.
No, he's going to go back again.
I think that's 50.
It's going to be 50 metres here. Now, whether someone went over the...
Not sure who that is with the shoulder strapped out there. Who's coming in for Anakie. Now 10 metres out directly in front. Umpire moves and he's missed that. It's a bad miss for Anakie.
If that was 50, I'm not here.
Yeah, no, you're right, actually. It was
just outside the 50. He should have been in the goal square.
So the ball's come back in to Sluggett. Sluggett's chipped it into Wilson, who goes long now looking for Berg. Oh, great mark. That's a fantastic mark. A quick delivery again from Anakie. Jamie Pittman.
I thought he looked a bit big for Berg, but that was a great mark. That
was a great mark under contest. He's 20 metres out and he will kick truly for Anakie. Anakie, goal to Pittman, will go to themselves in this contest.
They go now. Big Wilson in the ruck. He's won every tap out, and there's another one. Comes out the Bannockburn, get it out of the centre beautifully. Watts goes down now, tries to pick the ball up. Nobody can do so. And the Anakie defence lead in the race for the ball. No, beautiful play, but it's been kicked out of bounds. And glasses and binoculars don't work too well as umpire throws the ball in. Up they go. It's knocked out by Bannockburn, but it's picked up by, I think it was Berg, kicks it back now. Anakie in the van here, can't quite grab the ball out there as it heads towards the boundary line again. Leading the race for the roundabout wing position on the outer side of the ground. It seems that they always play on the outer side of the ground these days. Up it goes. Big knockout. Comes down to number 19, who I think I'll pick that up as Kane Taylor. And again, the ball's forced out. And the umpire says, give it to me, boys, and I'll have another throw in.
So Anakie looks like about to make a change. Saliba coming onto the ground shortly.
Haggaboles gets the ball out of the ruck. It's again just all of a sudden it's turned into a very scrappy game from what was, as you said, fast and free-flowing earlier. They've actually got themselves in a bit of a rut over on that, in that pocket over there, and they just can't get it out. But Big Sluggett's going to go with Haggaboles this time. Haggaboles too strong. Gets the ball out, picked up by Anakie now. Onto the left boot, puts it back in towards the centre half-forward position.
Pittman.
Jamie Pittman was in the van, but he got pushed out beautifully and legally. Down they come now, Bannockburn. Oh, there's a bloke on his own. He can't quite get it. It's a beautiful mark there from Bannockburn, and I'd say that'd be Fatula. Fatula, I don't know if that's how you say it, but he's put it up towards the big boy in Allen. He can't take it. As they come out, the boys dive on the ball now. It's pushed out towards Bannockburn in the van here. Gets cleaned up by his own player. Would have got 8 weeks if it had been his teammate, not his teammate. And Haggaboles back on the wing. Little short kick, doesn't quite come off. Anakie come through the centre now. They're looking for the big fella in the forward line. He can't take the mark.
So the ball to come back in the Anakie forward pocket. Flat boundary throwing comes in. Sluggett gets it to advantage, but the ball comes off hands to Van Ing and he'll go wide, and that will be out on the full.
In the car.
Out of bounds. He chips in. He's looking for Ricketts. I think it goes off hands though. Good defence by the Bannockburn side, and they will run the ball to advantage and out of bounds. They would have been happy with that stoppage. right in the forward pocket on the outer side of the ground. We should pay money to get them to play on this side of the ground, Grubby.
It'd be easier to see.
Absolutely.
That much.
Absolutely. So the ball comes in. Off hands. Trying to go to advantage is Salvino again, who's picked that up. Umpire Coles picked something out. No, she said, give it to me. I will ball that up.
No. I think she's played a kick and in danger, and rightly so. I think there was a stray boot in there that nearly took Salvino's head off, and I think that's a kick and in danger free kick, and she's got it right on. She's right on the ball, young Lauren Cole. Good girl.
So 35 out, Salvino. About a 45-degree angle. He has not kicked through that at all. That was a shocking kick, but two Bannockburn boys have messed that up terribly. Illingworth and off hand.
I'll tell you what, he's kicked it off the ground, the big fella.
It's been Wilson. No one gets advantage. He said yes, someone does get advantage. Wilson will get advantage for holding. So the ball will go to Anakie's Wilson in the centre of the ground. He sinks the slipper and goes up forward looking for Pittman. The kick's too strong for him. He goes under the ball. Leading in the race for the ball, though, is Bannockburn in the form, I think, of Fatala. He comes out now and sees Watts. Watts comes off hand to Berg. Berg for Anakie, puts it back in looking for Pittman. But strong mark in the last line of defence for Bannockburn. Again by Brad Fatula. I think that might be out down in that pocket.
You got taps.
Lots of options, and he comes for Kane Taylor right in front of the scoreboard here in the back pocket for Anakie. So Kane Taylor of Bannockburn, they're going to work up the wing. We asked for them to come this side of the ground, and that's indeed what they've done. Right in front of the broadcast position, comes off hand. That was Watts that gave the handball away. He comes to Illingworth. Illingworth goes up forward looking for advantage, but Anakie intercepts in the form of Daniel Ladgrove. He comes on out. His handball is spoiled. It goes to ground. It's a bit of a scrabbly game of football now. Kavanagh tunnels the ball through his legs. Goes to Davis of Anakie, but Illingworth intercepts again and kicks forward in a rapid fashion. Goes to the forward pocket. Off hands. It will probably go out of bounds. Indeed, players is next week, yep.
In it comes now. Up the boys go. Well, it's a short throw in and it's intercepted by an Anakie player, but as it comes kicked out of the pack, Wildy goes to Illingworth. He's held, but he hasn't got it. And the umpire says, no, play on. He might have been in possession. In they go. Big pack forms. The ball does pop out to Illingworth. He tries to stage for a free kick this time, doesn't get it. Lovely little handball out of the pack, but again, the Anakie defence is right on it. Picked up there by Lincoln Peters, I think it was, but in the back was Wilson down right at the full back line, and he's playing a ripper of a game, Wilson. Out they come now, Anakie. They're out towards the half-back flank. Clean bowls him, goes through his legs over there. Well, again, the players form a big pack, and the umpire in a spell for sitting at full forward, but I suppose he does carry a tiny bit of condition. As up the ball goes, comes back out now. Picked up by the Anakie defence, a handball away to each other. That could be Bobby Carter's boy. Kicks it out from half-back flank towards the wing. I tell you, it might not be Bobby Carter's boy. He didn't elbow anybody, but sorry, Bobby. And a free kick will go to Anakie. Oh, Big Ferg is here too. In they come now.
We're under instructions now. Another vice president's shown up.
Up they go. Collins takes a good mark. Gets around onto the right boot. He puts it. Oh, there's Anakie players running out here on their own. One of them is Berg. I don't know the other bloke.
Costello.
Could be Costello. And he hits Sluggett right on the chest about 25 metres out on a 45-degree angle for what could well be Anakie's fourth goal for the afternoon. 25 metres out. In he comes. Takes his time. On the right boot, umpire runs across a little bit, taps his chest. Unlike Neville Whitley, who did it for a goal, this one's a point. And in fact, that one. Out it comes now. Comes out to Rick. Chris Rick. Puts it up towards Wilson's going to quite. He can't get it there now. And as Hammond comes through, puts it down towards the full forward. Up the big men go. Nobody can take the mark. Anakie come out with it. Could be holding the ball there. He had plenty of opportunity, and Tyquin just made up the ground to be able to tackle.
It was a really strong tackle from Tyquin. Brought him to ground straight away.
Go back and have a shot, son. In he comes. Again, probably runs a little bit too close to the man on the mark. It is a nice kick, but it's punched away right on the line, and the Anakie defenders will force it through for a behind to the Bannockburn Footy Club.
2-4-16, Bannockburn, Anakie 3-2-20 on the Commonfine Hotel scoreboard. Anakie bring the ball back in very quickly. Ball comes to Priddle. Priddle gets tackled right on the wing position though, and the umpire says...
He didn't have the ball again.
Got rid of it. He said you
Fold them today. They must be improving just because it's umpires' appreciation round. They've been terrific.
Luke Priddle looking for the leading Pittman. Pittman can't take the ball, comes off hands. That was Salvino again, gets the ball, chips in, looking for... Oh, that'll be 50, I think.
No, not quite so sure. You've got to give him a chance.
Berg took the ball. No, umpire Cole knows more than I do, and that wouldn't be hard. Berg takes the ball, well met, and that will be a likely goal to Anakie. He's about 15 metres out, directly in front. He's kicked through the ball well, straight over the top of the umpire's head. Daniel Berg will get his ball back in the middle. The umpire will throw the ball up.
Oh, don't tell me there's an infringement across the line.
Infringement against Allen, is it?
No, he's the one closest in there. Yep. It's going to go to Anakie.
Yeah, infringement against Allen. So the ball will come forward. I think the ball was forward to Rickman. That was off hands. Pittman leading for the ball. Comes Berg, kicks it off the ground. Comes back to him off, ricocheted back into his hands. Cole says advantage and play on it is. Ball comes out to Alford. Alford goes long out onto the outer wing. Comes off hands, and Ladgrove has the ball. He can't get rid of it. He handballs it to space. Comes off hands to Carter. And that looked like Alistair Woods walking past with the tracksuit on with
Doesn't look good.
President Barrell following him in the trainer's outfit, so that might not be good for the Bannockburn side. But the ball comes in and it goes to Bannockburn's advantage. I think that was Watts getting the ball. He goes to centre half forward. Ball run in the run of play for Anakie, for Bannockburn. He can't pick up the ball. Comes off hands. Hammond goes over the top. He tries to break through the pack, but he's met solidly and the ball stacks on. Umpire says that will be mine. Centre half forward for Bannockburn. Very close probably to the end of this quarter. It's getting towards the 30-minute mark.
Well, they've gone nearly 30, yeah.
Lot of time on though, as I say, with the ball travelling fast. So the ball comes out. Sluggett leads in the race for the ball. He turns on a dime, picks out someone on the outer wing. I think it might have been Collins.
Beautiful
interception. Great interception there. I think that might have been Lincoln Peters. I think yes, it was Peters. Kicks the ball forward. He was looking for Tyquin, and Tyquin has the ball right on the 50-metre arc.
Gee, I like his game so far.
30 metres out. Kicks through that one, right into the hot spot at the top of the square. Allen, strong mark from Allen.
Should be a free kick against him, surely. No, the umpire hasn't seen it. I thought he flew very early and put...
And Allen for Bannockburn really needs to convert this goal.
Oh, he'll kick this one.
He does not miss, and that will put him up into the back into the leading goal kicker category as we hit quarter time here at Victoria Park with Bannockburn going to 3-4-22. Just trailing Anakie 4-26 on the Commonafine Hotel scoreboard. We'll take a quick break here at Vic Park and then we'll come back and Grubbycations and I will talk through the first park. Indeed we are on what has been a great game of footy so far in the first quarter. And the umpire Cole will hold the ball up and we'll get play away. Away we go, Hammond v Wilson. Wilson once again gets the kick out, gets the tap out I should say. Goes to ground. Umpire's pulled something out. I think she said you've just half tripped him. And the Anakie player in Hayes will get the ball, kick forward, but intercepted I think there by Ross Dillon.
Yes it is. And
I think.
A 50.
And a 50 as well. I don't know why he got the 50.
So maybe he did say something, I'm not sure.
Now that is a true 50 and Ross Dillon is on the centre half forward position. Kicks the ball long, looking to a lead. A little bit of a push out in the back, but the ball flies over the back and will run out of bounds at Victoria Park. So, a lot of players around the ball. As the ball comes back in, flat boundary throw comes forward. Watts took that off the pack and goes forward. Chip kick in to advantage, but the ball comes to Parsons. He will look for the point post and takes the point post and a minor score to Bannockburn. He chips in quickly. There's a loose man on here as Anakie come out to the centre wing really quickly. Leading in the race for the ball is Pittman, but Costello will chip in to take that kick. Costello now goes into attack going forward. He's looking for Lazarick. Lazarick switches the ball off, looking for Pittman. Intercepted though by O'Neill. O'Neill picks the ball up, handballs out. He comes back out to the wing and ball falls into the hands of Corey Collins. Collins goes back into attack now for Anakie. A push off play, but it comes to ground and that will be O'Neill again picking up the ball. He goes out looking for Ross Dillon. Ross Dillon kicks off the ground to a bit of a panic attack there out there. Shaw's out there as well for Bannockburn. Handball back into danger again, back to Van Ingen. Van Ingen trying to find a way out. He handballs round the boundary line towards the outer side of the ground looking for O'Neill. And that will go out of the point post to Bannockburn, but then brought it back in straight away. So throw in. Comes off hand, Sluggett robes his own work. He picks the ball up, kicks the ball, shoots the handball back out. Coming to, I think that looked like Carter. Carter comes in looking
Great
for
mark,
Pittman. And Pittman will take a great mark directly in front, about 30 metres out, Grubby. I reckon they're up on about their game.
What's that?
Beersdorf, they're our sponsors, Grubby.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the tape sponsors. Pittman kicks directly in front. I think it's gone offline. He shouldn't have missed that. That's a minor score. And has kicked that ball in, and it is a beautiful kick. It's gone all the way into the centre of the ground. Sorry, from Watts to Dylan. Dylan picks up the ball now in the centre. He's looking for Watts. Goes over his head, though. Comes off hands and comes to Bannockburn. They come in towards Alford. Alford takes the mark at the centre half forward position. He plays on. He goes back to Dylan. Chips out wide, coming all the way across to Peters. Lincoln Peters on the centre wing position. He comes in looking for Hammond. Hammond takes the mark at the true half forward flank position. He chips it off to Brad Watts. Brad Watts comes around looking for goal, and that is just offline, and a minor score to the Bannockburn side.
Away they go straight away. Don't worry about waiting for the umpire. They're off Anakie as they kick the ball out and towards the half-back, flank-back pocket area. Up it comes now. It goes over to Kavanagh. Kavanagh takes his time, goes back onto the right boot, puts it out towards the half-back flank. Another Anakie mark out there, quite too far away for me to see. And Bobby Carter's young bloke. I better stop calling him that because he's playing a good game in his own right now, Carter. Adrian Carter chips it back here to, I haven't got him. Now, up towards the wing position.
Parsons,
that's
that was.
Good mark by Parsons. Sorry, that's a good mark by, is that Ricky Lazarus?
That's Lazarus, he's roving up there, yep.
Been around a long time, a beautiful little chip kick. They're chipping it around the Anakie boys, and they're just trying to keep us off for a minute. Bit of bell post still in that as the ball gets put up towards the half-forward flank. No one can take the mark. The ball goes to the ground. The umpire says, you better give it to me. And I'll ball it up. And there's a bit of argy-bargy in there. You want to be a bit careful, boys, because the umpire will pay a free kick just to stop it. There he has too. And he's paid a 50 metre, so he must have already paid a free. And now it's a 50-metre penalty to the Anakie side. He's kicked it long, but it's not accurate. It's going to go through. Oh, it's a great mark. No, yes, it's paid. Looks like Big Sluggett, I think. No, it's not Sluggett. It's not Sluggett. It's Steve Rickett down there by the looks of it. On a
Stevie Ricketts.
Very, very acute angle here. It's going to be a really tough shot for goal in the right-hand forward pocket in front of the club rooms. There's a few blokes giving it to him as he tries to come in. I think he's going to kick it left foot by it looks the way he's walking. No, he's not. He goes back inside. And I tell you what, he's put it through the points. Geez,
50 metres out there. I think it might have been the boy that retaliated who got the 50 metres. And
well,
it's always the retaliator, isn't it?
Well, you learnt that at a very early age, don't you?
Ball has been brought back into Watts. Watts about 20 metres out from the Anakie goal looking for an option. He will go long up the middle of the ground, but it's probably not to advantage. Comes off hands, good clash of bodies, hard, good. Peters gets the ball now for Bannockburn. He picks up, he kicks in forward. He's looking for Broom over the back, but Hammond tacks it over the top. Comes to Allen. Allen picks it up, turns on a dime. The big fella swings it over his shoulder, but that will result in a minor score to Bannockburn.
Always a dangerous ball to hit it 20 metres back towards the opposition's goal.
Absolutely. Ball comes back in, and it's an easy kick in. The Bannockburn forwards need to mark their Anakie players better than that, and that was Salvino who's ronded up to the back line. Now that ball comes out, I think that's in Carter's hands. Adrian Carter with the ball. He kicks long up towards the half-forward flank looking for Pittman. Off hands it goes. Ball comes to Dylan. Dylan, he gives a quick chip kick back into Taylor. Taylor, we've got a blood rule, have we? Oh, yes, indeed, we have a...
Rather than, just senior. So he is still at the Geelong Falcons. Don't you worry about that, Andrew.
So Rick Lazarus come off with a bit of blood coming out of his hooter. Cam Saliba has taken his place. And that kick to Cone Taylor has got... There's a bit of claret freely flowing there now. Hammond gets the tap, but Wilson robes him, the big Wilson, and then he comes off the back of the pack, goes to Davis, and Davis's kick is smothered. A quarter. Tempo's dropped off the game just a touch. Ball comes back into play.
Oh, no, throw it in again.
Yeah, flat throw from the young boundary umpire. He's in the learner's shirt, so you... That was school football one. You throw it to your own advantage. That's a good one. He's got onto that one. Ball came off hands from Hammond. I think it actually might have been Twyquin was roving that. And then he does his own work. He's looking, going through traffic. He comes around, turns left, turns right, hooks it back, but hooks it wide, and that will be out of bounds. And Anakie will take the free kick right up against the point post on the outer side of the ground. Short chip kick in to White. White for Anakie takes the ball. He draws a player to him. Collins gets the ball now in the other pocket. He chips the ball, looking for...
It was short.
Looking for Ladgrove. I don't think Ladgrove knew it was coming.
Nah,
Pittman leaves in the race for the ball. Comes off hand. Costello kicks the ball off the ground to his own advantage. Ricketts gets the ball. He picks it up. He handballs in looking for Sluggett, who made a lot of ground. He kicks long, goes over the back. Oh, I thought Sluggett had gone over the piece of play by Anakie.
Right from the back line it came, and now Broom takes the mark on the half-back flank on the outer side of the ground here at Victoria Park. Just steadies for a minute and heads out towards the wing position. Picked up by Bannockburn now. It goes over to, looks like Big Hammond out there on the left boot. He drives it long into the forward line. He's looking for Tyquin, but the ball beats all players over the line. Difference here at Victoria Park. It's up they go. Wilson's beaten for the ruck that time. Might have been Tyquin went up in the ruck, I think. He's been pretty versatile, the boy. He's been, or just turned. He got two, well, it's under 18 and a half.
So 16, so it could be around 17 still, yeah.
Just, yeah. It's up they go again. That looks like Big Allen in there trying to win the tap out. He forces the ball to ground, but Collins, who's playing a sterling game, gets a handball out. Comes out to Wilson. He's another bloke that's playing a ripper as he puts it up towards the wing position. The Anakie boys in the van now. Can't tell who that one is. Comes out, though, to Bannockburn. Illingworth just misses the ball. Broom goes in, gets a handball to Tyquin. Going to have to struggle. Puts it high in the air. Had plenty of pressure on him. They're looking for a big mark from Eddie. Can't quite take it. And the ball's hit the ground. And I think it was Collins again comes out. No, it wasn't that time.
Sean Davis as the ball comes back into play. Another flat throw. Comes over the top. Allen will ruck that. Comes off hands. That was Watts trying to pick the ball up to advantage. Ball comes off and striking tackle coming through is Allen once again. And the blood rule, and they'll be bringing him back on, wasting no time and bringing him back onto the ground, Andrew. No, you wouldn't think so. So free kick cover, ball comes off hands, comes out wide looking for Kettle for Anakie. He can't take the ball but does his own work. Good handball to advantage. Comes off hands now to Anakie. Hayes has got the ball. He goes round, turns in a circle. Looking back for Kettle. Oh, brave. Oh! Very brave Kettle running into the fly to play. He gets the ball. He kicks to advantage and coming off to Saliba. He kicks long. Looking for Ricketts. Ricketts has got the mark. Pay that, thank you. That was a great piece of play. What brave work.
Easy play. Anakie have now got a shot at goal. Well done, son.
Ricketts takes the kick, but pulls it. He has pulled that to the left, and he will miss that again. 5. Buckley's Entertainment scoreboard at the 13.5-minute mark. So the ball's come back into play quickly. They're not waiting for the goal umpires today. Come back to the middle of the ground to Bannockburn's advantage. Ball goes high. Berg's there by himself, though, for Anakie. At centre-half back, true centre-half back position, and Berg has the ball. He's got people leading left, right and centre for him, and he doesn't know which way to go. Umpire says, play on, boy. You can't stand there all day. He does a short kick in, and that will go to Parsons, I think that might be. He's looking around. He chips back into Berg, who makes space for him. So I think you mentioned the Bell Post Hill tactics before. They're playing possession footy now.
They're using them well.
Playing possession footy and another chip kick. So they've travelled about 25 metres by 3 kicks going backwards and forwards. That was Salvino. He kicks long. Picked up by Ricketts again. Can he do better on the run than he can for set shots? No, he can't. That will be a minor score. That will take Anakie to 4-7-31, leading Bannockburn at 3-7-25. Buckley Entertainment scoreboard.
In comes the ball now. I'll tell you what, these Anakie boys are covering pretty well. They're not quite sure where to go. So taps it to himself now. Oh, beautifully run around the full forward down. Roosts it in towards the centre of the ground. Big Sluggett in the van. Can't quite take the mark. The ball hits the ground and the Bannockburn boys trying to get it out. Out it comes now, but it comes out to Anakie. Can't quite pick him up. It picks it over now and it goes over to Salvino now. Puts the ball up and towards the forward line. He's looking for the big fella again in Pittman. He can't quite take it. He's looking dangerous up there, though. Ball hits the deck. There's a big pack form. Umpire will have to bounce it, and he says, give it to me. All their efforts as up they go. Big Wilson taps it down. It comes out towards the Bannockburn defence. Great play down there, but can't get the ball out. It was smothered. Well, there's a big pack form. You can't have a look at, see who's in there. But Salvino gets on the ball first. He can't quite pick it up. Now he does, so now it gets knocked away from him. Bannockburn defence come out with it. Big kicker in danger, not quite, but the Bannockburn boys are...
good tackle.
Goal square. Oh, he dropped the ball, the full forward. Out it comes now. Oh, it's a scramble. He Sluggett picks it up on the left boot and kicks it out in the full. Maybe a point.
Minor score it was. Minor score it was. 4-8-32. Anakie 3-7-25. 16-minute mark. Buckley's Entertainment scoreboard. They're just wasting their opportunities. Anakie. As Bannockburn will bring the ball back into play. And will chip wide going out there to O'Neill right in the forward back, the back pocket. Comes to Van Ingen up on the flank. Van Ingen brings the ball back into the centre. That's a terrible kick though. Collins intercepts. Off 3 steps. Goes long. Looking for his Anakie.
Beautiful football.
Co-teammate, beautiful football straight into the middle of the ground, and who has got that? out there, is that Perchek might have that?
It is.
Perchek has the ball, true centre-half forward position, probably about 45 metres out. And that was really good football by Collins. He intercepted that nicely and delivered it straight down Perchek's throat as he comes in now. 45 metres out, directly in front. Need this goal, Anakie. Onto the boot. That's looking truer. I reckon that's home. Well done. Yelchin Perchek will...
Best on the ground here for mine.
You are brown-nosing significantly if you're brown-nosing to Fano. Goodness me. Ball goes up. Peters gets the ball off the roving. Lincoln Peters goes forward. Strong drive forward with that kick, but the ball comes off hand. Parsons, Anakie leads in the race for the ball. Into the back, I would have thought of Andrew Salvino is covering a power of ground out there.
Yeah, he's looking good too.
In actual fact, that is Ladgrove. I missed that number. So that's Daniel Ladgrove has the ball in the true back pocket position. He will kick long now. He goes up to the half-back flank position. Comes off hands. Anakie pick up the ball in the way of Eddie. I think comes to Peters. Peters comes in looking for Allen. He can't get it. Runs over the back and Ladgrove has the ball again. He'll take a bounce. Chips over the top. Comes back to Ladgrove now running through the middle of the ground. Gets a handball away again as he's run to ground. Umpire says play on. Umpire says...
I think it might have been Corey Collins.
That was Corey Collins covering that ground. Collins, she says that will be yours. You've got rid of the ball properly and then the player grabs you. Play on. Comes to Sluggett. Sluggett comes to Priddle. Priddle at true 50. Wobbly kick in forward over the back. Good defence by Bannockburn. Coming back. Sluggett goes round one. No, Ricketts goes round one, round the other. Ricketts cannot buy a goal to save his life. Gone on the Buckley's Entertainment scoreboard, Grub.
Well, they've really impressed me, Anakie. I come here thinking Bannockburn might be a little bit too good for him at home, and they're going to have to really improve and lift their game to go with these roos from Foot-Right Flats, I tell you.
So Bannockburn bring the ball back into play, go to the outer side of the ground against the agreement, but Sluggett picks the ball up, plays it to his advantage around the line, and the ball, they'll keep a wall up there to keep the ball in their forward line as the ball comes in. Ricketts will do the ruck work. He will kick it to their advantage, but that will go out of bounds once again. A little bit further, a little bit of push and shove as the ball comes back in. Ricketts gets the tap, comes off hand. Oh, Bowman nearly gets his head pulled off, but the ball comes free, kicked to advantage by Bannockburn off the ground. Picked up there by Hayes, I think it was. No, it was
umpire now. I think he ducked his head, the Anakie bloke, went forward and ducked the head.
So comes over the back. Ricketts gets the tap once again, comes off hands, looking for... Priddle was that, I think, and then Sluggett kicks the ball to the hot spot, but that is marked by Jackson O'Neill for Bannockburn in the last line of defence.
May have been Salvino again. He's playing.
He will go to the outer side of the ground. McMurray gets the ball off hands for Anakie, then does his own work. He picks up, gives the ball to Wilson. Wilson goes back to McMurray, but can't get a clean possession. He picks it up though, and goes forward looking for Pittman. Pittman, no, it's Berg. I think he comes off hands. He's looking for... Ricketts again. Ricketts gets it off one step. Now can he do it? Yes, he can. Anakie are on fire here at the moment.
For Bannockburn was Chamberlain also in the ruck, and Rickett wins the tap down. Goes to Broom though. Broom picks it up and gets a handball back. No one can pick it up now, so it's got scrambly again. Umpire's gone in there, but no, it gets kicked out of the pack. They've picked a free kick out of it. It's going to be a high tackle. I think it's going to go to Bannockburn. And it could be Lazarick, isn't it? I'm not quite sure. No, not quite big enough for him as he puts it up towards the half-forward flank. And there's a great mark up there. And I think it's the resting ruckman in Big Luke Wilson, isn't it?
Yep, that's Big Wilson. That was Yelchin Perchik that delivered that.
It was
that
Perchik. It was Perchik. And I tell you what, you've seen him run, you've seen him tap. Now let's see if the big fella can kick. It's from 45 metres out on a 45-degree angle. He puts it into the teeth of goal. I tell you what, the Anakie players like it. The goal umpire likes it. And we like it here too because it's a goal to be... Go on.
I'm up. Ricketts gets the tap out. I was having a little lay down in the back of the box then. Ricketts gets the tap out, goes straight to ground. Umpire will say, let's have another go at that as you've all fallen on the ball. And we'll go around one more time. So Ricketts again. He gets the tap once again, but it comes off hands, comes to Chris Wright. Wright gets the ball. It'll go out into Anakie's attack, out to the half-forward flank. Leading in the race for the ball is Tyquin. He gets shoved off by Ladgrove, and that will run out of bounds to the outer
centre at the moment.
He's doing a good job because Tyquin hasn't had the same influence this quarter. Allen gets the tap. It comes to ground. Roved, I think, there by Ladgrove himself. He gets the ball, and he will knock it out. Black as black over Geelong.
It is too.
No rain out here, though.
Black as a dog's guts.
Black as a dog's guts. as the ball comes off hands and goes to Bannockburn's advantage. Bowls them all, clean bowls the ball. Eddie leads in the race for the ball. Can he pick the ball up? He cannot. He gets one slight slap in the cheek, but he gets a nice off hands. I think that might have come to Hammond. Tyquin, was it? He gets the ball. Aaron Eddy picks the ball up. Kicks 7-9-51 Anakie on the Buckley's Entertainment scoreboard.
Out they come now, the Anakie boys. They've played on out from the full-back and puts it up towards the wing position. Oh, but Hagger Bowles comes in beautifully and it could be 50. No, it's not. He couldn't probably stop himself. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Hagger Bowles goes inboard to 3 Anakie players, but one Bannockburn bloke can try and get it out. Oh, Salvino's been collected high. Quite accidental, I would believe. And it will be a free kick to Salvino. He was going for the ball. There wasn't any nastiness in it. It was from the big bloke in Allen, I think it was, anyway.
Yeah, Allen's come in. It was accidental.
He's come in going for the football. He's bowled him over. Big bloke on a little bloke. And he'll be all right. He's tough as nails and he'll get up and have his kick. Nothing untoward as Salvino now brushes it off, shakes his head. Now looks further afield. He's in a little bit of bother, but he's got his senses about him as he chips into the forward line now. But there's Bannockburn players everywhere now, and big number 31 couldn't come out with the ball that time. It comes out now to Anakie. I don't think he's in the record, number 24. Can you check that out for me as it goes up towards the full forward for Anakie? And they're going to get a free kick, Anakie.
24's Priddle, mate. He normally wears 2.
Oh, you've changed it up there for me. Okay. So that was Priddle. Another bloke down for Anakie behind the play, but it looks like Pittman's going to have a shot for goal, probably just outside the 50. Oh, no, the bloke on the mark might be just inside the 50. So with Pittman aiming up here, there could be a chance for another Anakie goal late in the quarter. In he comes now, Pittman, taking plenty of time, giving himself plenty of room. Left boots it. Boy, I tell you what, it's a beautiful kick. It's to the teeth of the goal square. A big Anakie mark's not forthcoming. It's a goal off the ground. A magnificent goal off the ground by, I think it's... Anything untoward in it?
I didn't see the actual incident. I was just trying to pick up who it was as Ricketts gets the ball in the ruck. It comes off hands. Picked up by Hayes. Hayes can't get the ball out. Umpire says that's too high. You can't pull his head off like that.
You're getting a bit frustrated. That's 50.
Oh, that's 50. They're getting very frustrated, the Bannockburn boys.
They come here to win today and they thought they would...
Hayes.
That's only a 25-metre penalty.
Kane Hayes will kick the ball. He hasn't got the distance. He's going to pull it to the left. It's still live, though. Ball gets knocked back into play. Knocked back out to the half-forward flank position. Picked up by Reek. Reek taps the ball onto his advantage, but Berg intercepts from Anakie. He can't get rid of the ball. He's tackled well. Ball comes along, and umpire says...
There's a free kick to Anakie.
A free kick to Saliba. Saliba's intercepted. Good work there. Play an advantage. Comes to Ricketts. He will go long. Good mark over the top. Umpire says advantage again. Hard to keep up with them because they're Bannockburn 3-8-26, nearly the 29-minute mark.
Here it comes to O'Neill now. O'Neill takes it on the half-back flank and puts it up towards Butch Shaw, who's been a little bit quiet, Shaw, today. Coming back from the GFL, obviously, and in he comes now. Nice little left foot kick to Hagger Bowles. Hagger Bowles on the half-back flank. They haven't travelled very far at the minute. He's going to look for big Allen, and Allen just gets his hands to it and takes a good mark close to the ground. Holds up play a little bit now. He's looking for options. He's going to chip it over here, up to the coach's box. It's not a good chip, and a good spoil there by Ricky Lazarick using his experience, and the ball rolls out of bounds and over the line right in front of the commentary box, and this will be a big throw by the boundary umpire, I can tell you that. He's done a great job, and in he comes. Puts it up towards the ruckman now. Over the back comes, it could be Carter now. Carter gets onto the right boot, puts it up towards the half-back flank. Up they go, and Pittman's got it again. Boy, is he a danger down there. Gets onto that left boot now. Puts it in towards the full 40. He's seen a couple on their own. Great spoil from the defence of Bannockburn. And out now comes Watts, I think it was. Gives it over as a throw. Over to, now that's Watts as he picks it up on the left boot. The other one could have been Dillon.
Patella.
Puts it into the forward, right into the middle of the ground. Peters can't get it. Berg can't get it. But it's beautifully picked up there by Andrew.
Couldn't pick him up, mate.
Could
not pick him up.
I'll tell you what,
Chamberlain's got the ball.
Has gone down to Chamberlain. We'll pick him up. I think it was the coach.
It was the coach, mate.
It was the coach. And... yeah, it was the coach. It was a great bit of play there because it was going down, but Dillon's got it out. It's gone to Chamberlain, and Chamberlain have a shot about 45 metres out on a 45-degree angle. In he comes, puts it on its way. The wind brings it back beautifully, and that's a much, much needed goal to the Bannockburn.
Ricketts gets the tap down, goes to Saliba. Saliba off hands, ball gets knocked free. Ball picked up by Priddle. He gets tackled. Comes over the top, probably head high there. Yes, indeed it is. Head high it is to Priddle. He chips back in looking for Saliba. He's in the true centre of the ground. He's a little bit hot. He has to go back and take his kick. He was about to play on and could have got himself into all sorts of trouble. He chips the ball in now and finds Lazarick. Lazarick will have the ball. The siren will sound. He whacks a barrel. I love a barrel. Should be 7 points for a barrel. But that goes no further. So the score will be at half-time, 8-10-58. Anakie leading Bannockburn 4-8-32. Buckley's Entertainment scoreboard. We'll be back after the break with the goal kickers and hopefully scores from the other